Look, I didn't want to put this video out here, but I figure I'm gonna drop a little bit of knowledge, and y'all do it. Y'all do with it whatever you want to do with it. Look, when you riding around your city, your name on your truck, or if you in your personal vehicle, right? And you like to, I don't want to say drive fast, but at some point everybody gets a ticket, right? And how can I put this? Look, every campaign season, send some money in. Just send some money in and make sure your name is on the ticket, right? At some point along the way, you're going to receive a speeding ticket, all right? Now, you sending this money to the sheriff's office when it's election time. Because whoever's the chief is in charge at that time, he's running the campaign. And when he see Micah Gibson, X amount of dollars. Micah Gibson, X amount of dollars. He gonna remember the name. You ain't sending your whole life savings. So he gonna remember the name. Some point along the way, you gonna receive a ticket, something gonna jump off, and his name gonna slide across your desk. Hold up. Hey, call Gibson in here. And then when he meets you, hey, I'm Sheriff such and such. Yes, sir, you know. He may bring it up. Hey, I noticed you donated to the campaign, or he may not. But either way it goes, that's a little something you can have in your back pocket. And y'all can do with that as y'all please. I'm not saying I do it. I'm not saying I don't. All I'm saying is that's just a little food for thought. Another thing, something you need to do, you need to have a family lawyer. Okay, you need to have a family. Anything can jump off. As you have kids, your kids gonna grow up, and one day your kids gonna do something stupid, or they may not. But or you may just fly off the handle one day and do something stupid. All right, have you a lawyer on retainer? You know what I'm saying? Like you can have a lawyer named Mr. White. Go sit down with Mr. White. Hey, Mr. White, this is what I got going. My name is Micah Gibson. I own Gibson's Lawn Service. I run a business. I want to sit down and talk with you about, you know, if something happens, I ever get sued, I ever get into any kind of confrontation, I might have to burn somebody with that blicky, this such and such. And I want to pay you. I want to pay you for your time. All right. Now you go in there and give them a 5-piece. Slide them a 5-piece on the table. Just hold that. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, woo-de-woo. Something ever jump off, call Mr. White. Before you call the police, before you call 911, you call Mr. White first. Hey, Mr. White, something such happened on this property. People try to sue me. Hey, stay where you at, I'll be there. Or, hey man, look, dude tried to run me off the road. It took a turn of events. I had to burn them. Hey, sit tight. Don't say nothing. I'm coming. Don't need you. Let him call 911. You see what I'm saying? You get on one of these clients' property. Client come out talking trash. You got to whoop them. Whoop them. Sit in your truck. Call Mr. White. Hey, Gibson, I'm coming. Sit tight. Don't say nothing to nobody. I already called my buddy on the law enforcement. I already called Tim Jones. He coming down there now. Sit tight. I say, hey, look. Dude right now beating on my window. What you want me to do? If you got to, use the blicky. Don't say nothing. It's between me and you. Everything confidential. Sit tight. So you want to cover your bases. I'm not saying I do have that. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just trying to, you know, give a little game on how you can kind of get over. Because if you always support the sheriff in this campaign, you know, whatever you call them, people that at the top in the on the deputies department, sheriff's department, police officer department, whatever. In a sense, you can kind of become, I'm not gonna say untouchable. You can get away with a little more. You get away with a little more. That's like when you're a big time celebrity. You whoop your neighbor, and he call 911 and they show up. They say, hey man, ain't you such and such? Yeah. Oh man, Mr. Gibson, man, I love what you do. Like if I was a big time movie star, oh Mr. Gibson, I love what you do. Blah blah blah, woo woo woo. Look man, your neighbor said you whooped him. Yeah, I whooped him. Look man, you want us to take him to jail instead? That's how that'll go. See, then you'll have the chief of police and the sheriff. You'll have them in your back pocket. Not saying you got him in your back pocket, but you got him in your back pocket. Then you got your lawyer here in your right pocket. You see what I'm saying? So now you plug with the feds, and you got your lawyer on your side. Let's see, the lawyer gonna know a judge, right? The lawyer gonna be like, look, I golf with Mr. Green. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be our judge for the case when you whoop the neighbor. So you're gonna have to go to court, but Mr. Green on our side, he gonna act like he ain't. You know what I'm saying? Just grease his pocket a little bit, and we good. See, then you the man around town. Everybody know, man, that's that dude, man. That's that dude. I mean, listen, y'all. I'm not saying I do this. I'm not saying I don't. Look, I'm trying to give y'all some knowledge right now. So in a sense, I'm not saying you riding around untouchable, but people will take a second thought. Well, man, hold up. Man, that's Gibson, man. What that mean? I don't care who he is. He can get it too. Look, man, that man connected. That's all I'm going to say. And everybody be wondering, man, how you connected? How you connected? I don't understand this. How you connected? Look, I learned all this when I was a teenager. And I'm going to tell y'all something. When I was 15, 16, I started driving. I had a few friends that was older than me, but they always wanted to be cops. In my area, you have Moss Point, Pascagoula, Goshen, Ocean Springs, Biloxi. And then you have the sheriff's department. I had friends that was on each individual, what you call it? They work for each individual police department. This ain't no lie. This legit right here. This legit. This ain't no lie. I remember I was riding through, I was coming through Goshen going in Ocean Springs, right? Cop pulled me. I seen the cop follow me. Cop pulled me over, all right? And what it was an Ocean Springs cop. He was waiting till I crossed the line. I was in Goshen coming to Ocean Springs. He was waiting till I crossed the line in Ocean Springs. It was like a 5-minute ride. So I called one of my buddies that was on the sheriff's department because he normally be in that area. And his brother was on the Ocean Springs department, right? So I'm riding slow. I ain't breaking no law. He pulled me over, all right? He said, hey, you know why I stopped you? I said, no, sir, I don't. This legit now. This ain't no lie. He said, your tent too dark. Roll your window down. He checked my tent. He sat back in his car. By that time, both my buddies pulled up. One with the Ocean Springs Police Department, one with the Sheriff's Department. Who is that? That's what he said when he was walking back up to me. Who is that? I said, I was probably the guys I grew up with. So my buddy that was on the Sheriff's Department, you know, he kind of got more pulled than both of them. He said, hey, what's going on? Well, I'm right here for a ticket. His tent too dark. He said, oh man, that's something that can be changed. I wasn't too much worried about that. He looked at the guys, and he looked at me. He said, next time I see this truck in my city, I'm writing you a ticket, and I ain't gonna be able to save you this time. See, I was plugged. Now, none of them guys still work for the police department, but I found another way to be plugged. Y'all can take this how y'all want to take it. Y'all can take it as I'm telling jokes. I may be, I may not, but why don't you try it? So like I said, then it come to a point, you kind of, not saying you can be untouchable, but people will think twice.